Hello everybody, and welcome to another Avatar draft here on the channel. Huge shout out to Wizards for the free preview account so I could get this recorded early, or access to the preview event for free. Anyway, we are diving on in. Pack 1, pick 1. We see Suki, Courageous Rescuer. This card is quite good. Other creatures get +1/+0. When a permanent you control leaves during your turn, you get an allied creature token. So that includes if you sacrifice something, if something trades in combat, if you bounce something back to your hand, if you airbend something, which is a mechanic in this set as well. Pretty great card. However, there is also the Mechanist, Aerial Artisan, which I think is even better. So it's a 3-mana 1/3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you make a clue token. So just insane amounts of card advantage if this thing doesn't die. And it can turn those tokens into 3/1s temporarily, which is really, really strong. So we're going to be taking the Mechanist here. If neither of these rares were in the pack, I think Suki's pretty clear second place. If neither of those was in the pack, I think Allies at Last is pretty solid as a green removal spell. There's a lot of allies in this set, so casting this as a kill spell for just 1 mana is pretty good. There's also Water Tribe Rallier as a nice 2-drop, though I think that's a little bit worse than the other options. But 2-drop with good late-game applications. I like Airbending Lesson quite a bit. But yeah, Mechanist is a great way to start. And following up the Mechanist, one thing I will say about the Mechanist is he loves being in these like control decks that all they want to do is survive and then just play Mechanist, get a bunch of cards, win the game. Watery Grasp fits so well into those strategies because if you're on the defensive and your opponent is forced to attack you, you can just remove their creature for 1 mana basically. If you're an aggressive blue deck, this doesn't really do what you want, but in the defensive ones, it's really, really strong. And whenever you start with a card like Mechanist, you want to take good blue cards to go with it because you really want to play that Mechanist. UA is basically a 4-mana 3/3 flyer with Vigilance. The Water Bend ability is not particularly useful. I guess it can let you play sorceries at instant speed. But yeah, not really great. So I think we're going to take Watergrave. I've lost so many games to Twin Blades. It's super annoying, but it's definitely not a card that really goes with the Mechanist that well. It's a non-creature, sure, but you want to be more defensive with the Mechanist, I think. And then Sokka is pretty solid, but I don't really want to take that here. It's a little bit committal. Ooh, great pickup here. I love seeing Knowledge Seeker in this pack. It plays really well with Mechanist because when you draw those cards from the clues, the Knowledge Seeker grows. It's a perfect 2-drop, and it makes a clue itself. Everything you want. I also like Agnaquella. I forget how to pronounce this one. Agnachella, but basically just a card that gives you looting in the late game. Really nice upside. And then other than that, Waterbending Lesson. Some decks I think really want this card, but not a huge priority for most decks. Usually if you have like a bunch of Watery Grasps, you're more likely to want this because you play cheap removal, then you reload with your Waterbending Lesson, and then you're in really good shape. Sold Out is also a pretty reasonable removal spell. But yeah, we're going to take the Knowledge Seeker. If we weren't taking this, we would probably be taking the Sold Out, I think. I do love Kyoshi Warriors as well. This is a really nice card. Make a 3/3 and a 1/1. I haven't actually gotten to see Sokka's Haiku do anything yet. I don't know if it's very good because there's so many activated abilities in this set. Especially in best of 3, if your opponent knows you have this card and you hold up 5 mana, it's pretty suspicious. Now sure, there's also like clue tokens to sacrifice, so maybe you can get some work done with Sokka's Haiku, but I'm not convinced. There's also Lost Days, so I could just stay mono blue, take Lost Days, be pretty happy. However, I could also, just looking at this pack, take Firebending Lesson. So cheap removal spells go great with the Mechanist. It's a great card for blue-red. And Firebending Lesson, I think, is the best card in this pack by a pretty wide margin. 1 mana deal 2 or 5 mana deal 5 is pretty good. And it's a lesson for cards that care about that. I think it's going to be the card I take. Though I do really think it would be nice to stay mono blue. But I think this card's just enough better that it's worth taking. And now we're getting a little bit rewarded here. I do think Jet's Brainwashing is pretty good. Though I guess it's more of like a black-red card because you need to be able to sacrifice the creature after you take it to make it really good. Just making something unable to block isn't a huge priority. So maybe we just go back to taking blue card to take the Lost Days. You don't want too many copies of Lost Days, so I'm actually feeling okay about taking the Firebending Lesson. I don't love Meteor Sword. I think Compassionate Healer is pretty good in blue decks, but I'd rather just stick to the cards that are in the color I'm guaranteed to play, because at this point I'm pretty much guaranteed to play blue. Now I'm really happy that I took the Firebending Lesson, because 3 lost days is definitely too many for me right now. May Jaded Edge is pretty good, though. Prowess creature can get double strike. Nice little 2-drop. There's also True Ancestry, so you can return a permanent and get a clue token. So I kind of have a decision point here. Do I go for the red card that goes well with Firebending Lesson, but doesn't necessarily play well with my more defensive blue-red control deck? Or do I take the True Ancestry, go down a potentially different path? Let's take the True Ancestry. I think this card's more for an aggro deck, and I don't really want to build an aggro deck right now. Perfect. I feel really good about the choice. Serpent of the Past is going to be really nice here. I can definitely play like a deck that splashes and be like a blue-green deck that splashes. I could also like take Fire Nation Cadets and try to be aggro again, but I just don't see the reason to when I have like Mechanist is a really good control card. Watery Grasp is a really good control card. Now Serpent of the Past is a good control card. War Balloons is also a pretty solid card, though. Cadets. Yeah, I'm going to take Serpent of the Past. I'm going to have a lot of non-creatures here. We're getting a nice little ability to, like, kind of toe the line here. I think Fire Nation Cadets is fine, and I can just take it over the Flexible Waterbender. Maybe taking May would have worked out, considering that I'm now getting some Fire Nation Cadets. But then we wield Allies at last. I think I just take Airship Engine. Allies at last. How many allies do I have? 1 ally. It's a really good card. Yeah, we're going to take this over the land. Because blue-green could definitely be a place we end up still. Now we take Abandoned Attachments. Another lesson card. Plays well with Serpent of the Past. We're still towing the line. We could still play all 3 colors, technically. Deserter's Disciple. I guess we take it. Fire Nation Cadets wield. Interesting. There's also Fire Nation Warship. Interesting. So I guess taking the May would have worked out better than the True Ancestry. We're getting a chance at redemption, potentially taking May this time. There's really nothing better for us here. This card seems messed up to me, but we're nowhere near playing white. But just a land that can put a counter on each of your creatures is pretty crazy. May, I would definitely love having a second May over this True Ancestry, but you can't always know these things. And like the blue-red land over the allies at last as well. But maybe we'll still make this work, I think. And who knows, maybe we'll see a really powerful. Like, we could have just seen more green cards that made us want to go this direction. We did get these pretty late. And that's the thing about draft, is you're not always going to get cards that work perfectly in your deck. Like Watery Grasp and the Mechanist are definitely more control cards, so I tried to maximize those. This is kind of a control finisher. Okay. So, board wipe. Land Searcher. I really don't like Solstice Revolutions that much. I'm just going to take Aang's Journey. I don't mind trying to build a 3-color deck, potentially. I could just still move back towards a blue-red control deck, a blue-green deck. Getting another Firebending Lesson. Spirit Oasis, interesting. I don't think I can ever justify taking Spirit Oasis over Firebending Lesson, though. Even though I have Aang's Journey to go get this card, and then it would draw me 1 card. This is the Cave of Two Lovers. You get a couple of 1/1s. This one just draws you a card when it enters. I realize I didn't really hover that very much, but we're just going to take another Firebending Lesson. My lesson count is high, though. 5 lessons that are instants, 2 that are sorceries. This is a great pickup. Maybe I'll even wheel the cadets. But I have a lot of lessons, so I'm going to be drawing a lot of cards, hopefully. I guess I could have just committed to blue-red super hard really early on in my draft. And then I wonder how that would have worked out. I would have had +1 May, +1 blue-red land. Okay, so this lets me tap for any color to cast an ally. I don't have a lot of allies. Jet's Brainwashing could be good for just making it hard to block, just be an aggressive card. This is a nice kill spell. I just want to take this thing, Omashu City, and then just be able to splash green for my powerful green cards. That doesn't seem that bad to me, honestly, because I do have some pretty nice late game stuff. Nice, and now I get another Serpent of the Pass. And I can definitely be more customizable here. My deck is pretty powerful. Serpent of the Pass costs less, and if you have it lessons, it can be cast with Flash. These good removal spells will be good in any deck. These guys are maybe the only ones that I wouldn't really want to play. I don't really love Fire Nation Cadets that much. There's now Teo. There's also Redirect Lightning. I kind of want to take Redirect Lightning. Pay 5 life and 1 mana to like turn their removal spell against them. Seems kind of sweet. Nice. Now I get Abandoned Attachments number 2. I'm going to be zipping through my deck. Cunning Maneuver. Sure. I could see my deck being pretty aggressive, honestly. Sometimes that's a weakness of mine is I get too not greedy exactly. I get too committed to just staying flexible. I'm going to try the Solstice Revelations. I don't think I need a third Deserter's Disciple, I mean. Oh, we did get the Spirit Oasis back. That's good. Maybe we'll play it. Who knows? If we get the green one and I'll just take this in case I want to splash still. I do sometimes like staying flexible just in case I get something really, really strong in pack 3 or whatever. Wow. Jet's Brainwashing came back. My kind of aggressive red-blue deck is just coming together nicely here. Wow. Last pick, Deserter's Disciple. Okay. Pack 3. Wow. This card's perfect for my deck. Just actual insane, perfect rare. Great 2-drop for me. I wouldn't mind Master Paku either. Wouldn't mind Fire Nation Cadets wheeling, honestly. But Sokka's so good for me. I think the reason some picks haunt me a little bit more than other picks is because it's like you almost feel like you should have known. But like I think I made the one pick. I took like this card over May maybe. And at the time I had like all blue cards, or I had all blue cards and then 1 firebending lesson, and I was like, okay. Blue-green splashing a firebending lesson is pretty reasonable. And then I took allies at last when it wheeled. Oh my gosh, a second copy of Mechanist. That's pretty awesome. This deck is officially nutso. This card's crazy. So, can definitely win like a control matchup now. We just have 2 Mechanists. This is the part of the draft where you're just kind of like, well, I've got my deck kind of committed. I could technically still splash green if I wanted to. I just don't really have a reason to. I don't need the Watery Grasp because it's more of a control card, as we already established. Don't need the Aang's Journey. Don't need Solstice Revelation. Honestly, it's all kind of working out. I wouldn't want to play more than 2 Mays anyway because it's legendary. And there's nothing else I would want in this pack. I don't really care about the third abandoned attachments either. 2 creatures can't be blocked this turn. Allies, I've got a good number of humans, but I'm just going to take a second May. So yeah, this is working out pretty nicely, honestly. Southern Air Temple. Yeah, I'm not playing that. I have the 1 temple, but I'm not a temples deck. I feel like most people are not playing temples decks. So I'm going to cut the Spirit Oasis. What's my count at? 26. I have to make 3 more cuts. Well, there's another easy Serpent of the Pass. So the only thing my deck is missing that it could have had is a dual land, but such is life. When you wheel a really powerful green card, like this card's really strong. It's easy to just do that sort of thing. Sure. I think Porcupine could be okay, honestly. It's going to grow pretty fast. I don't really need this guy again. I don't really like It'll Quench Ya. There's so many activated abilities. The games feel like they go a pretty long time. Wow, my 3-drop slot is over here. That's crazy. Wow, Lightning Strike, pick 7? Yeah. This is looking pretty good. Cutting the Deserters. Cut 1 abandoned attachments. Cunning Maneuver is super good with May. Rowdy Snowballer, sure. I don't think I want How to Start a Riot. I'm not really a go wide creature deck. Master Paku seems reasonable. Wow, I did get a 3rd May. Okay, let's see how this deck turns out. Gosh, taking that blue-red land would have worked out, maybe. That's how I roll sometimes. I just think about the little things. So we want to probably cut our 3rd May. Maybe we do want to play all of the abandoned attachments. I don't really want to play Solstice Revolution. Master Paku's not the greatest. Archers is not that great. Jet's Brainwashing doesn't do a ton for me. I think I just cut a land too. And then I maybe play 1 more card, like maybe I do play Jet's Brainwashing. My instants and sorceries are pretty high. I think this is going to be a good deck. Let's see how it does. Anyway, as we get into the games, I would like to take a brief moment to talk about the NicolaiBolas Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos and you would like to support my mission to make draft more accessible for everyone around the world with my guides, sheets, videos, things like that, then Patreon is the place to do so and gain access to cool bonus content like my card-by-card tier list and format thoughts document. Special shout out to those patrons who gain support at the credits level. It makes a huge difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Nice little hand we got here. On the draw, obviously wish I was on the play. Pretty nice little start here. Tap the Sokka. We can go Porcupine into Firebending Lesson something. Okay. We'll get the Knowledge Seeker down later. For now, we want to get this guy rolling. Start stacking up those counters. Oh my gosh, that is literal perfect for us. Couldn't have really asked for more on that one. Yep, so now we can Last Days. This thing only costs 5 right now. We can flash it in at some point. Kyoshi Warriors, okay? If they attack, we're double blocking. May, okay. So at some point we can go this plus this. It's a weird triple block, because what do they think I have? Like, if I have nothing, they would want to rather block like this double block. Nice little win, though. Man, that turn where we used our 1-mana kill spell right after playing Porcupine. I mean, we would rather play a lot of Porcupines. That was such a quick round. We're only going to play 5 rounds with this deck, so we can, because I want like maximizing my time in this event, and so it's fun to try as many decks as possible. This one looks like it might play some quick games, though. Yep, indeed. But yeah, I'm liking the way this deck looks so far. Nice little aggressive game plan. We got a few ways to push through damage in the late game. A little bit hard for us to flood because of our hybrid mana card. Crazy how open the strategy was as well. We even have some cool burst damage potential. Maybe we would play one of the Cunning Deserters just so we can give May unblockable or something. And then combo kill them. But yeah, I think our deck is looking pretty good so far. On the draw. I kind of want to keep this on the draw, but I'm going to mulligan it. I'm going to be a little bit more disciplined. We'll keep this, though. Gosh, Fire Nation Cadets is not my cup of tea. I don't love this card. I think it's probably okay in my deck. But it's certainly not filling me with confidence. The fact that we had 2 opening hands that didn't have red mana is kind of frustrating. We're not in a position to hold our spells. We don't even have any non-creatures to play right now. Not that our opponent knows that. Oh my gosh. The card advantage will flow. Mountain me. Oh, this is so grim. Oh, this is so grim, the humanity. Oh, this is bad. We are so toasted. Actually, if we draw a mountain, we want to be able to cast the Fire Cadets, I think. We'll ditch Lost Days. Okay, perfect. We can start using this mana to sacrifice our clues. Sure. I'm just going to do this and then assume that I'm going to draw a mountain. Booyah. Sure. Nice. Here's where I hope they cast a kill spell. Because if they cast a kill spell, I think I can win this. I should have just cast a serpent. I don't know why I tried to... That was a mistake. Let's just say that was an error. I forgot that I could cast this without having flash. Oh yeah. Pay 5 life. This is literally perfect. I will kill their 6/6. Attacking with your 4/3. Nope. Okay. That was literally like I needed that to go that way. I was in trouble if that didn't work out. Okay. Six, 9, 12, 13. I'd say this is going pretty well for me. I can't believe we made that comeback. Holy heck. Things were looking grim for a second there. Wow. I kind of like this card. I was impressed with it in the deck that I had it in. That worked out. What a victory. Was that round 2 or round 3? I forget if we lost a horrible game to getting mana screwed, or if that was that game and we came back and didn't lose to mana screw. Perfect. Nice. We're 2-0. I lost a game earlier today when I was playing because I made a very irresponsible keep. And I think I learned from that with that one, and I mulliganed into a much better hand. When you have the Mechanist, you don't need to worry about mulligans as much because it's so much card advantage. Oh, yeah. Abandoned attachments with May. Firebending lesson. Oh, this is going to be a good hand. My Serpent will like this hand as well. Against a red deck, pretty reasonable too. They can Lightning Strike May if they want. I've got to get my spells down. Oh, Saber-Tooth Moose Lion. Oh my gosh. Well, that's not great. But the turns have gone pretty reasonably so far. The Earth King, okay. They still have their 4/4. Feels pretty strong. My Sokka is going to keep growing, though. Oh my gosh, it's always Twin Blades. That card is so messed up. I always take 10 damage from it. Half my life total. I guess I should have attacked with Sokka there. I totally forgot I was going to just gain the life back with this thing. Okay, sure. I'm probably going to lose this game. This card is so huge. I kind of hope they do that and then attack with everything. And then I'll go to 1 and I'll eat their 2 small creatures. That's pretty good. Do I want to block with Sokka? Not really. I kind of want to block like this and just go to 5. I'll do that. Especially if I draw like the 5 mana card that lets me like ditch something. Okay, that's pretty good. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 instants and sorceries in my graveyard, 4 lessons. Turn this into a 3/1 block sack. Nice. Oh, we're so in this. Oh, that doesn't do it. Tigerdillo, sure. That thing can't even attack. Actually, it will be able to. Non-creature? Yup. That'll do. Artifact or lesson. Okay. Let's hope that this works. Oh, this is beautiful for me. Oh, that's tough. Rats. I should have sacked this thing. What if I'd drawn my redirect card? Yeah, they got me. This thing having menace is too good. If I'd sacked the clue earlier, I could have played the Fire Nation Cadets and then been not dead. They just had a little bit too much there at the end. I thought I was about to make a comeback. I was quite a bit behind. But alas, it's not always meant to be. 2 more rounds to go. We still have a great deck. We can keep this. We don't have a lesson yet, but we have all of our islands, which would be good draws, and then May is a reasonable thing. Lightning Strike will do some work. Once we find a lesson, we'll be in really good shape. And now any land lets us play Porcupine. on, game. Give me a land. Okay. If they try to play a blocker, yes, there we go. I'm not liking my chances this game, not gonna lie. It's looking a little grim. Yep, airbending lesson's awesome. Having to ditch Lost Days was not a good feeling. Oh. Shucks. Well, that's gotta die. Maybe we can get him. Depends on what they do, of course. Okay. Yeah, that's literally the worst possible scenario for me. They gain some more life, and they draw a card, and they reset my guy. Hey, bow again. Sure. So I can take control of this. They might be dead. I could have taken this and then attacked for 3, 6, and probably finished them off. But I figured they probably have something. Fire Nation Cadet is doing some serious work. Boom, got the win. They did not draw a lot of... they drew a few spells. That was pretty effective, though. Now we're heading into the final round. Let's try to get the 4-1 with this sweet blue-red deck. I think it's a pretty good one. Nice, solid, clean. Lots of card advantage, lots of cheap plays. I like it. Ooh, this is a good hand. We'll see how long we can wait on casting Accumulate Wisdom, and if we can get the Porcupine into play before using the Firebending Lesson and stuff. I don't really have anything I need to discard with the Abandoned Attachments right now. Yeah, I'm definitely still killing this. The Porcupine will have to be slightly smaller. That's fair. So we're almost there on this one. We've done 10 to them. I don't know if that was even the correct line, honestly. I think I might have been supposed to just wait. This card can be a game changer. Sparring dummy, that's funny. Okay, now we're in good shape. This is going to draw us 3. This can redirect spells. I'm ahead in life total. And I have this clue. Bossing Say, oh my gosh, that's their best play. Gotta get a threat here. Nicely done. I think they have all removal spells. They must. That's a great draw. I can play this, I can play this. In the same turn. And it's not even suspicious because I have a clue token that I would want to sacrifice. Serpent of the Past is insane in my deck. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so perfect. It's beautiful. Boom. Got the win, got the 4-1. That was sweet. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. 4-1's a great result. This deck was awesome. And if you did make it to the end, leave hashtag sweet spells to let me know you made it all the way till the end, because we had so many cool lessons. We had Sokka, which was a perfect open. We had Serpents, which were great. The Porcupine was pretty great. So hashtag sweet spells to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video. We had a lot of lessons. 8 plus Yeah, 8 lessons at instant speed was pretty awesome. I would like to say thanks again to Wizards for the free preview access so I could get this recorded early. Thanks to, that was really awesome. And I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you next time. I had so much fun.